Alright guys, this is going to be my audience for the persuasive speech I'm going to give today. It's my sister and her daughter, my grandma, and my mom. I'm going to go ahead and set up my camera. Okay, guys, I'm all set up now. So today my speech is basically going to be about why I encourage you to get your kids started in the sport at a young age. We've all seen plenty of movies, a lot of sport movies actually, that start off with a kid being in a bad environment, bad neighborhood, bad situation, having them stumble across a sport and having it better their life. Another common theme is that at the end of the movie, they either go pro, they either give back to the community, or they just become a better person overall. You can also see development skills in the character as the movie's going along. They usually start off as a very bad child who's very neglectful, who doesn't really care, to having them being very positive, loving, and carrying qualities as a leader would. I myself got started in sports at a young age. I'm going to actually show you. This was my little jersey. It was from the Celtics basketball team, and this was the first team that I played with, and it was actually because of my mom. My mom literally signed me up without me knowing. Obviously she can't, she's my mother, but she just signed me up and she told me, "Mija, I signed you up, you're starting Wednesday." Now I was freaking out. I was so scared, I was just doubtful, I didn't think I was gonna do good. And so I honestly just didn't want to do it, but I'm so glad that I went either way. Getting your child involved in a sport at an early age is going to help them not only physically but mentally, and it's also going to help them develop lifetime skills. So why exactly you should put them in sports at a young age? Sports and physical activity is needed in general for kids, but to have them in a sport is going to teach them a lot more than just having them play at the park. crchealth.com, which is just a website that carries statistics, stated that rates of childhood obesity have tripled in the last 25 years. So that's another reason to help them just be active, help them not fall into that, and have them be part of that statistic. With this increase in obesity also comes heart disease and diabetes problems, which you don't want no kid to have. So it's really important. This is a really important reason why you should get them involved. Kids also need to be challenged mentally. Like I said, it's one thing for them to just be out there running, but to be in a sport, they're going to learn how to work in a team, how to set goals and actually achieve them, and also how to just establish good character traits, how to be positive and encouraging to their teammates. So there's a lot of benefits that they will get mentally. And something else that's going to help that they're going to receive if they do sports is they're going to develop lifelong skills. Abdul Malik, I don't know if I said that right, but he posted an article on ED Lab that the best option for a parent to make for the child is to have them try different activities, because it will help the child develop their abilities through creativity. So that's actually the reason, reading this article, I found out that that's the reason why kids learn more than adults do, and it's because of the creativity. So they have a big imagination, and they're always wondering why. They're trying to ask all these questions. They're very just interested in the world and everything, and they're trying to learn. So this is a prime time to put them into sports so they can the sport can help them teach them how to make lifelong skills. And it'll be easier for the sport to teach them at a young age rather than having them learn that through school, where creativity really isn't advocated. By the time they hit middle school, it's already about test scores. It's already about college. There's no time for creativity or what do you want to learn. It's more like, this is what you have to learn because we have to meet these goals, So it's much easier for them to learn this at a young age through sports than it will be through school. And so how can you actually get your child more involved? I think the first step will be have them just be active. Help them find out what they're interested in. Go to the park and just play different sports with them. One day play soccer, the other day play basketball, and see which one they're more interested in. And then after that, encourage them to play in the sport. Encourage them to go play in a city team, or go to just an event where it's like a quick 5-day little camp where they can actually play it for a little. There's actually websites like www.elpasotexas.gov that shows a bunch of city teams and a bunch of camps. So you can go onto that website and actually see what camps you want to put a child in. After they do city teams or go through camps, I would encourage them to do school sports. School sports offer way more benefits than just city teams. Benefitof.net put out an article stating the benefits of school sports, and the benefits are that they'll succeed academically, they'll have stronger discipline, and they will have lifelong skills. So obviously the coaches are going to be on them. They have to make a certain grade requirement in order for them to play, so it's going to keep them more on track than a city team will. It'll also reduce the usage of drugs. Obviously drugs are very common, especially in high school. That's when kids try it a lot. So having them actually have a goal, have a sport, basically have a responsibility to a team is going to reduce that risk of them using drugs. A child would also make lifelong friends, and will develop social skills. You know, city teams, you'll just see your teammates 3 to 4 times a week, but in a school team, you'll see them every day. You'll work with them either in the morning or after school, have them for classes, so you'll have better social skills and closer friends to actually have and be around it. So now that we know the solution to helping our child be active, which is through city teams, camps, or even school, now I want you to visualize it. Visualize this actually being your child. So imagine them first when you introduce it to them. Imagine how happy they're going to be playing it, how passionate they're going to be about it, how excited they're going to be about something. Now imagine them in high school getting a scholarship for that sport you introduced them to. Imagine how fulfilling that's going to feel for them, and how exciting for you that you're the one that introduced them to that lifestyle of that sport. Now imagine the help that they'll get too. There's actually an article on livestrong.com that stated sports and other physical activities have innumerable physical health benefits, including improved cardiovascular and muscular fitness, better bone health, and increased life expectancy. And as far as the scholarships, I'm actually going to show you this article real quick. So it's actually a graph right here, and it's going to show you what sports have the most money to get out of in scholarships, and your top ones are going to be basketball, and it's also going to be football. Of course, we kind of figured. And there's actually a total of $3.3 billion to get in scholarships for sports throughout our nation. $3.3 billion, and your kid can easily get some money from that. So now that you've imagined that your child being healthy, being passionate, getting a scholarship, I would want you to just go out there and encourage a child. Even if you don't have a child right now, encourage any child that's in the range of 6 or 7, because kidshealth.org stated that at the age of 6 or 7, most kids are developed physically enough to play a sport and have the attention span to actually play it. So that's around the age. So if you see any kids that age, go ahead and give them encouragement to go ahead and try a sport and help them find the one that they're interested in. Me, myself, I am so glad my mom got me into sports. I don't know where I would be without it, and I'm really thankful for it, and I hope this persuades you to go get a child that's around that age, help them see what sport they like, and encourage them to actually do it. Thank you guys.